Welcome guys, this is BELLOCRETE Engineering Services. Now, this is a compound which was done by some bricklayers. Look at the coloring they did to the floor. It's fading off, it's staining the whole compound, and it's also staining the house, the rooms of the house. While they step on it, it's also staying inside the house. All their tiles have become colored. Now, this is what we see from some artisans trying to do stamp concrete. By doing, you can see the line is not even straight, it's not moderate, it's bigger than some parts. Please make sure you give your work to the right person to do the job for you so that you won't spend double, you won't spend excess. So now what we want to do here is we want to transform this compound into a more beautiful look with a better color. So this one you're seeing right now is peeling off. It's just been done within a week and it's peeling off. It's staining everywhere, staining the whole floor, staining people's leg, and it's constituting an nuisance in the house. So this thing needs to be removed. They're just trying to copy to do something like a stamp concrete. Now, so we'll wash it off now. You can see we are washing it off with some chemicals. This is BELLOCRETE Engineering Services. We also do general cleaning for houses. We do general cleaning for your house, the compound, the interior, your tiles. For those who've known BELLOCRETE Engineering Services, we do general cleaning for newly built apartments or hotels or residential areas. We do cleaning for that. So we are washing off those color, we are washing off the whole compound so that it will be easy for us to apply a fresh color to the floor. This floor has already been done and we want to apply color to it. Now, one of the best way to apply color to a floor is to apply the color using color hardener while the floor is being casted. But nevertheless, we still have some other alternative on how to apply color to the floor. So we are washing off. You can see we are washing off. Yeah, we are scrubbing off. We are washing off those bad chemicals, those bad coloring that has been used. Yeah, that has been used on the floor, staining everywhere. We are washing them off. See, we scrub and we wash off. So as you can see, we are washing off those chemicals. So we're washing them off as much as we can. Yeah, we're washing them off as much as we can. So it is after we finish washing the compound, then it will be easy for us to apply our own chemicals and our own coloring to the floor, which will give it a very beautiful look. You can see the way we scrub, we clean. Yeah, you can see those reddish color are washing off. Yeah, they are washing off. It was very stressful, very intense, and it cost a lot to wash off those things and to get the color done. Now, we also did expansion joints. Not all everybody are aware about expansion joint. Most bricklayer will just come, they do their work, they will definitely tell you they can do it. So, but in the whole of this compound, there was no expansion joint. So we introduced expansion joint to the compound to save the floor from cracks, because there is always earth movement. There is tendency the floor will crack if there is no expansion joint. So the expansion joint is to limit the chances of the crack, not eradicating the crack, but limit the chances of the crack. Even if the floor is going to crack, it's going to fall into those expansion joints that we've created. So through the heating and cooling that is happening in the surrounding from the heating of the sun, so we make expansion joint at every angles of the house, at every important point in the house. We make expansion joint. You can see a straight line so that it will assist the floor not to crack. This floor has just been done in just a week before we get to the site. It's a freshly done job, and the color is already peeling off, staining the whole compound, for it to show that. So people are just trying to replicate, trying to get it done the right way, which knowledge is power. You have to contact the right person to do the job for you. You won't spend extra, you won't spend excess, and you get your job done at once. That's why I tell people, make sure you contact the right person to do the job for you. So we did expansion. So the expansion joint is being done throughout the whole compound. So now we want to start. You can see we've cleaned the whole compound. We've cleaned off the red line, the red coloring line that we made there. We've cleaned it up. So now we want to do a new fresh color. We're going to use a acid stain. So now we use a tape to get a very straight line with some other techniques. To get a very straight line, we want to use our acid stain and polish to get a very good color. Now the work of the acid stain is to make a primary color to the floor, to an already existing floor. So now that's the work of the acid stain, to make a primary color for an already existing color. So now the acid stain will stick to the floor as much as possible, and even in some cases it might be almost permanent because it will sink into the concrete. It is only with time that it might fade off if it is not being polished. It is only with time that it will fade off if not being polished. But the acid stain, it will stick to the floor, give it a uniform primary color. You can see it's not peeling off, it's not dusting off, it's not staining off. So we apply the acid stain using a brush. You can use a sprayer, you can use a brush, you can use a roller, depending on any method you want to use. But me using brush make it more economical and make it make it cover better. You can also use a roller if you want. So, but because of the quantity of what I want to use, so I use the brush so that it will cover as much as possible and to save me more acid stain. But it is very stressful using an hand brush, so I can advise you to use a sprayer or a roller in applying the acid stain. So we are still applying the acid stain. So we are still applying. You can see we use a brush to apply the acid stain. Use a brush, an hand brush. So it's very simple. Once you pour your acid stain into a container, use your hand brush, apply it to the whole floor, and leave it to dry. Leave it to dry very well. Yeah, you leave it to dry. Once it dries, you can even give it 24 hours to dry. But once it dries, it sticks to the floor. Yeah. So that's work of acid stain. Acid stain can also be used for a shadow effect. Yeah, it creates a shadow effect. So what I mean by shadow effect, when you mix the acid stain with water and you use a sap sprayer to spray it on the floor to give a cloud effect, like a cloud, just a faint color reflecting under the concrete. So it can also give you, but this one we are using for the purpose of to get a uniform and evenly distributed color. So that's why we are not mixing it with water. We use it directly like that to get a uniform color. So now that's the work of the acid stain. You can see we use a tape to get a straight line. We do a neat job. You can see different from what we made before. So now this is a professional job. Now we want to use polish from BELLOCRETE Engineering Services also. So we use our polish acrylic concrete sealer. We use the clear. So once you've used your acid stain, you don't need to add color to your polish, because the color you want to use is the color you use for the acid stain. The color you intend to have on the floor is what you should use for the acid stain. So when you are polishing, you won't need to add any other color to the polish. You won't need to add any other color to the polish. So that's one of the advantage of using the assistant. Yeah, you can see we are applying the assistant with just an hand brush. You can see the work. You can see the work of the assistant evenly distributed. Now I'm applying a polish. I'm applying a polish. I also use the hand brush to apply the polish for the borderline because of the borderline is very tiny, so I'm using a hand brush to apply the borderline, but I'm going to use a roller to apply the main body of the work. Yeah, you can see we are still working on one side. We are applying the assistant. We leave it to dry very well. It was a very sunny day, so the sun, it was very harsh, so it dries off quickly. So the borderline has been done a day before, so that's why I'm applying the polish immediately on the borderline. Yeah, you can see the work, how beautiful, neat, evenly distributed, how the color is, which the floor doesn't have a initial color before. So this is the work of assistant, the work of a polish from BELLOCRETE Engineering Services Limited. Look at the way we turn around the compound into a more professional look than what we met before from the beginning. You can see a beautiful floor. You can see the way we transform the floor using a black and orange color. A black and orange color. Now the work of the polish is to seal that assistant, make the assistant last better, make that color last better, and give it a glossy, a wet look, and make it more beautiful. Now we are using a clear polish from BELLOCRETE Engineering Services. We are not adding any color to the polish. You can look at the polish. You can look at the bucket, the container which we turn the polish into. You can see it's clear. We are not adding any color into it. We apply the polish clear. You can see the final look. You can see the final look. So no matter how your floor looks like, once you contact BELLOCRETE Engineering Services, we can convert it, we can transform it to a very good and better and beautiful look that you'll be satisfied with. Yeah. Please make sure you call the right person to do your job for you. Quality is our standard. Trust and quality is our standard. Quality job is not cheap, mind you. Quality job is not cheap, and but BELLOCRETE is very affordable for everyone. BELLOCRETE is very affordable for everyone.